Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Just in case you're new here, my name is Kay. Today I thought I would bring you along, as I do for the first time in a very long time, a meal plan. I started to fill it out and I thought, well, wait a minute, maybe you all would be interested in this, so let me know if you are. I'm doing this meal plan today because it's going to support some of my goals for 2026. The first one is my budget. So a couple of things I'm looking at in my budget that the meal plan will support. The first thing is I really want to reduce eating out. I do allocate money in my cash wallet each week for dining out. And if I use it, no problem. But one of my goals is to try not to use the cash in my cash wallet for those things, because the more I can not do that, the more money I have left over at the end of the funding period to roll into savings challenges. And the second part of this is that one of my other goals is to start doing more food prep, more food preservation, more food growing to cut down on the grocery bill. Our groceries here in this house are just astronomical. And a couple of reasons there. The first one is we have an animal sanctuary, and the animals require a ton of produce each week. My husband is a vegan, and he's a purist with that. He's also a man that likes very, very complicated foods. So he likes a lot of ingredients packed into a meal, it always looks delicious. And when I join him, it is delicious, which is wonderful. But yeah, that can be very expensive. I'm a pretty simple eater. I like to eat simple foods. And when I cook for myself, it tends to not be complex. So yeah, my husband and I are very different. But between all these things, the grocery bill is very high. Anything I can do to save on that is a savings for us. So I really want to focus on that. In regard to like grocery shopping and how we manage our meals in the house, I pretty much do all of the grocery shopping. I do that because, not that my husband's not willing, he is, but he almost always gets it wrong. And he finds it very frustrating. He can be quite lost in the grocery store, and if I send him to a couple, it's even, it makes it worse for him. He just can't remember where things are, and he feels a little bit overwhelmed when he sees like 5 options for one thing, and he doesn't know which one to pick. And so I just do it for him. And then our breakfast and lunch are rarely together, unless it's the weekend, because just of our work hours. And our dinners, again, because our palates are so different and our diets are different. He tends to cook for himself, and I tend to cook for myself. So this is pretty much me. And I want to just kind of break it down, because food prepping for lunches for work, I want to also really focus on my own nourishment. And sometimes what happens because we have so many groceries going through the house and so much food prep for the animals going through the house, that sometimes I prioritize others and I'm the last on the list. And you've heard me all talk before that I eat like a toddler. And that's just because generally I'm grabbing foods that are pre-made, ready to go, and not the best nourishment for my body. So this is me prioritizing me, but also, making every effort to support those budget goals that I set up for the year. Okay, that being said, I had already started to fill out Friday. I don't need lunch because I have a work event. Now, my breakfasts on work days are pretty simple. I've shared this with you all, but I like my veggie sausage. It's a good source of protein for me, and I don't know, it's easy to, you know, it's almost like snacky foods you can eat while you're driving to work. Generally on work days, I, you know, hit the ground running. So I can be in meetings all day long. So by the time I arrive to work, and I do have a commute, you know, I need to be fed, watered, and, you know, ready to go. So I know each morning I'll have my veggie sausage. That's pretty much a done deal for me. What I want to add to that is I want to start adding a mid-morning yogurt. And because protein is a really difficult thing for me to consume, I started to misspell that. That's okay. I buy the yogurt that has 20 grams of protein in it, so that's very good. And sometimes I make, actually, let me do that this week, be part of my prep, is sometimes I make a like kind of like a power bowl. Which for me means I have the yogurt, I have berries. For my berry consumption, because fresh are so expensive, I just buy the big bag of mixed frozen berries from Costco. And in the morning, I'll put them in a container frozen, and then by the time I'm ready to eat them, they'll be thawed. But what I do is I mix those berries with the protein yogurt, and then I sprinkle some walnuts over it. And that's kind of like a yogurt power bowl for me. I was for a while consuming chia seeds, but I found that they kind of upset my stomach, so I don't put the chia seeds on them anymore. Cheers. By the way, I was up at 1 a.m. this morning, which wasn't great. The good news is I fell asleep at 8, so at least it's 5 hours. Okay, so that's for my breakfast. Now, for lunch next week, I have been craving something, and I'm going to prep it and have it for lunch Monday through Thursday. And this is my tuna salad, and I'm going to put a star by it as well because it's a special recipe. And for my tuna salad, what I put in it is tuna, celery, sweet pickles, corn, chopped hard-boiled egg, and a little bit of onions sometimes, but if I'm eating it like at work, I won't. Onions are a love-hate relationship with me. I can't eat a lot of them, especially like raw put into a salad. I like just a little bit, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I smell like onions, and because I'm in, you know, meeting with people all day long, I don't want to bring that into my office. Anyway, the surprise ingredient is chopped water chestnuts. It just gives it that crunchy that I love. And then what I do with the tuna salad is I put it over spinach, and that's a lunch. Oh, sometimes in my tuna salad, I also put cheddar cheese, you know, cubed cheddar cheese. So I think I'm going to have tuna salad. I've been craving that. Let me get a tissue. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, because dinner is the most problematic for me, this is the one I really need to think about. I've been into, lately I've been into veggie tacos, which I know it sounds weird. Let me explain it to you. So what I do is Costco sells, have you ever had their pan sheet veggies? They sell, you know, a big bag of frozen veggies, and it comes in individual pouches. And it's just all mixed veggies. So it will have like sweet potatoes, onions, mushrooms, Brussels sprouts. It will just, broccoli, I think. It will just be all kinds of veggies mixed together. And what I love to do is I love to put those in the oven and roast them. And I heat up a corn tortilla, and then I put the roasted veggies in the corn tortilla and sprinkle some cheese on top. And I have really been loving those lately. Okay, so for me, Wednesday and Thursday tend to be my late days, and I need to, I'm vulnerable. Those are my vulnerable days. So I need to get myself in the mindset that it's not challenging, to, no matter how late I get home, to put on the oven, 400 degrees, throw in some veggies, 20 minutes they'll be done. That gives me time to change my clothes, wash my face. I need to get into that mindset. For a long time, I have not come home and cooked for myself. I just eat something quick, and that's, I want to get around that. So I think for this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have on Monday salmon and broccoli. I like to eat salmon at least once a week, if not twice a week. Tuesday, what I'll do is I'll make shrimp veg tacos, and I'll double batch it. So on Wednesday, I can just reheat up the filling and make a quick taco, and that will help with late night number one. And then I have Thursday and Friday. Actually, you know what? Friday at this work event, I'm not going to probably get home until about 8 o'clock. Oh boy, that misspelling's going to bother me. What can I do? I don't want to eat out. I want to save that money. What can I do? I have some old grocery lists up on my screen right now. What can I do for a quickie meal? Nothing's jumping up here. Oh boy. Maybe I should do my yogurt bowl for dinner. You know what? I'm going to leave it blank because I'm either going to bring home some leftovers from lunch, or I'll save this yogurt bowl down to here and leave that blank. So that leaves me with Thursday. Salmon, shrimp. Let me look back up here. Boy, now you see my issue. It's like I don't know what to eat for meals. I think because of the part of my issue is being on weight loss medication, it really does shrink down what sounds good. I don't know what to do about Thursday either, you all. Okay, let's come back to it, and let's come back to Saturday and Sunday. I think for both days, I'll just keep up with my veggie sausage and yogurt bowl. Actually, I'm just going to put veggie sausage for breakfast. And I think I'll put yogurt bowl for lunch on both days. And dinner, dinner, you all. What should I do for dinner? I wonder what hubby's gonna make next weekend. He's such an amazing cook. When he cooks, it's so flippin' delicious. Maybe I'll ask hubby to cook something that I love on Saturday, so then I don't have to plan for it in my meals. And, oh, you know what? Sunday we're starting poetry night. I forgot. So this coming weekend, we'll put hubby on dinners. Okay, yeah, we're having poetry night, which will be dinner, poetry with friends, and that's going to be something we're going to try to start every Sunday. Okay, I think I've worked this out except for Thursday and Friday. And Friday, if I just do that plan, I'll be okay. I just don't see anything on my previous shopping list that jumps out at me of like, oh yeah, have that. What do I eat? This is like really exposing me, because you know what I eat? I eat things like cottage cheese and crackers, cereal. Maybe I'll have, you know what I'll have? I'll have a veggie burger. I do like those, and they're easy, and yeah, I'll do a veggie burger. Okay, and Friday we're going to move that work event food down. Saturday weekend, hubby's on duty. I'm sweating, you all. This is like really challenging for me. When I was young, a young mother, and I've talked about this before, so I was the total homesteader, small farm, and that was the most efficient little farm ever, because I just devoted myself to it. From growing my own food to, I had a potager. A potager, in case you're not aware, is a garden that's it specializes in food to table. So it was dedicated to the kitchen, to dinners, to I would grow and I would go out each day, pick what we needed for salad. I grew everything without any issue. And then I had a large garden, and that's where I grew in bulk, both fruit and we had a small orchard, as well as like I would do like 200 tomato plants, cucumber plants, all kinds of root veggies. And because my neighborhood was so amazing where the farm was, we would do exchanges. So each week I would take my surplus in a basket and go to, put it on my neighbor's doorstep. And my neighbor, who may be growing different fruits, let's say, would come and put a basket on my doorstep. Best life ever. Now, of course, I divorced. There was a divorce, and I left the property in that divorce. But part of that was everything was from scratch. And I was even grinding my own flour, if you guys can believe it. I mean, scratch. I had a garage that probably had about, well, at least 8 very large racks, and they were all filled with canned goods. I made homemade ketchup, pasta sauce, salsa. I preserved everything. All the jams and jellies and pickles and relishes, all of those came from the garden. And I remember just keeping track of my grocery bill, how low it was. Like I would be like, oh man, this week we had to spend $24 on groceries. That's not great. Oh, if only I could rewind and go back to there. But this is a start for me. I want to return to that. It's definitely part of my vision for the next decade of my life. Here, where we are now, this is even a bigger property than that little farm. That farm, by the way, was called Rose Hill Farm. And that's because I was a heritage rose grower. So I did a lot of breeding of roses, propagating heritage roses. Anyway, there was over 100 rose bushes on the property. Here on this property, I do have very large gardens. And the garden that I built for like a potager has been under attack since I built it by field mice, grasshoppers. I've never had issues like this. And I don't know if it's because we are on large properties here and all of my neighbors are they're growers. I don't know, maybe they use pesticides so all the pests come to my property. I don't. Everything here, I use organic soil. I don't use any pesticides. I can't grow anything but lavender, tomatoes. These are the things they hate. Anyway, I'm gonna keep trying because I wanna grow all my own food. I wanna open up my freezer and not reach for Costco berries and Costco veggies, but get my own frozen veggies and berries. Okay, so let's look at the grocery list here. For sure, I need veggie sausage. Now, the veggie sausage that I buy is Morningstar, and there are 10 sausage per box. I cook a box every morning, and hubby and I share it. So I take mine for work, and he also, takes, most days he works from home. He works remotely, so he will also nibble off the rest of the sausage. But we go through a box a day, so I basically need 7 boxes of veggie sausage. Right now, they're on sale for buy 2, get 1 free, so that's really good. I need to find a recipe where I can make those homemade, but that's not going to happen right now. Okay, tuna. I think I have enough tuna, but I'm doing a Costco run, so I'm going to get some more tuna. Okay, hard-boiled eggs. I have corn. I better get some water chestnuts and some cheese. I will also get celery. We buy celery in bulk for the animals. I could probably just take a couple of their celery, but I like to get the young tender celery, so I'll do celery. I have mayonnaise, sweet pickles. I think I'm good on the tuna salad. Oh, I better get some fresh spinach. Okay. I have plenty of frozen berries for the yogurt. I have walnuts, but I'm going to put yogurt on the list. I think I have 3 right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I better pick up 4. Okay. Salmon I have. Broccoli I have. Nothing's needed there. I need to pick up some shrimp. I have taco shells and I'll have cheese. Good, 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 good. Veggie burgers I have. Don't need anything there. Have work event. Okay. Oh gosh, that would please me so much if that was the only grocery. Now there's one other thing I should put on my grocery list. Cereal. And that's cereal. I've gone, I haven't been eating any candy. I have a real sweet tooth, you all, so I haven't been eating any candy. I've been doing very, very good with that. That's why when I do my weigh-in, I think you're going to see it continue to come down. But I still have that desire after dinner to have a little bit something crunchy and sweet. And so what I'm doing is I'm buying a low sugar, trying to get a healthy cereal, because I just find that, first of all, when cereal's small and it just feels like it's a lot busy, I probably should pick up a craft where I can keep my hands busy. So I'm trying to go from like high sugar, non-nutritious cereal, and I'm trying to bring that down. But right now, that's been my safe snack. that keeps me from eating that candy. So I'm going to keep that on my grocery list. I only consume water and coffee. I'm not a big juice drinker or anything like that, so I don't need to worry about drinks. Again, I'm not consuming, you know, extra plus. I don't have anything going on this weekend. Lots of weekends I may make a big breakfast because we may have like volunteers here at the sanctuary, so I may cook differently. But that won't be part of my meal plan. That will be part of, you know, things I do for the sanctuary. And that comes on a different plan for me. So this is it for me. Okay, pantry reset. Staples that I like to have in my pantry, that I think I'll be okay. Tuna, if I purchase that at Costco, I'm going to be fine again. I have plenty of sweet pickles, mayonnaise. I have plenty of frozen salmon, so I don't need to restock there. Plenty of frozen vegetables. I don't need to restock there. I kind of like to go through and think about this, like salt, pepper. Do I need anything that? Ketchup. Oh, I do. I should look at ketchup. Oh gosh, I have to blow my nose again, you all. Just a moment. Okay, ketchup, I think I'm going to look at. Olive oil, I'm fine on. Rice, I'm good on. I think I'm going to need to prep some beans for hubby because that's on my savings list. So I'll take some dried beans and this weekend and cook them. And then I will put them in the freezer trays into blocks, and he can just take out a block for dinner and thaw it and have it. And that will save on the groceries for buying him all of his beans. Okay, so beans for hubby, I'll food prep that. I should also bake a loaf of bread. For hubby to eat for the week. Then we don't have to buy. I think that's going to be it. Hubby's going to be gone 1, 2, 3, coming back here. So my worry, you know, about food prepping for him and pantry reset for him is very low this week. Okay. Oh, this is exciting because if I can stick to this and do this, and with hubby having a light week, I could potentially save myself a couple $100 at the grocery store this week, which thrills me to no end. Okay. Oh, that was stressful. Okay. This will get easier, right? Okay. Maybe in my next videos, I'll show you how the pantry looks and how I manage all of that for both the sanctuary, my husband, and myself. But for now, okay, I think we're done here. I think I'm set up for the week. I've got my grocery list for this weekend. I am only going to stick to this. There will be no extra plus groceries. Okay, again, if you want this template, check down below. I'm going to try to put the Canva link to it, and hopefully that works. I don't know how all that works, but well, let's give it a try, and you can tell me if it worked or not, didn't work, and that is assuming that you want a template like this. Okay, until the next time, may you be blessed.